Welcome to yet another episode of the Entréepreneur Podcast, where your dream restaurant unfortunately still remains a dream. But hey, let's at least talk about it. I'm your host Pradyum, and for today's episode, we've got someone who supports the same football club as me, someone who loves movies and TV shows as much as I do. But dude, I'm still waiting for that graphic t-shirt from you. So where the hell is it? It's
Yeah.
Nadeem Abdul Khader, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome, Nadeem, to the Entrepreneur Podcast. We've had your brother on here, so I'm glad that we
Yeah.
could have you as well. Thank you for coming on here. And before we get to talking about your dream restaurant, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, especially for people who are listening in and who don't know who you are?
Okay. Uh, yeah. Let's start off with how we know each other exactly. Is basically we studied in the same school in Dubai.
Yeah.
My older brother, was your classmate, and then I guess we really got to talking once someone from that school decided to make a sports group with everyone and anyone who was interested in
Yeah.
sports and football. And then, yeah, we kept in touch ever since. I'm currently working in Bangalore for a media company called Deluxe. We do subtitling and dubbing. So I actually work on movies and TV shows, which is kind of pretty cool. And that's the cliff notes on who I am.
Yeah, I think it would have been roughly in 2013ish, I think, when we got to
Possibly.
yeah. I think around that time is when I suppose, or a little after 2013 is when I think the group was founded, and then of course then we had that game. I think that's when everyone got close to each other.
Possibly, yeah. Because it was a Facebook group first, and then it
Yes.
became a WhatsApp group.
So it was during the WhatsApp phase where everyone really connected. Because
Yeah.
Facebook, I
Yeah.
think people who knew, and it was once in a while, but I think WhatsApp was where everyone connected. Great. But
Yeah.
we've met in Bangalore a few times. When we
Yes.
met, it's always been food related as well. We've kind of been
Yeah.
out dining at restaurants there.
True. True.
So Nadeem, let me ask you this. So are you a foodie? And more importantly, what does food mean to you?
Okay. Yes. Now, I consider myself a foodie in the sense that I do enjoy all sorts of food. I will definitely try out everything once. I'm not one of those picky eaters. Particularly, there are definitely certain things that I will be picky about, but no, I definitely would consider myself a foodie. And what does food mean to me? I mean, food, like when you're hungry, which is almost all the time, you need food. So, you take what you can get.
All right, okay. So are you adventurous in wanting to try different foods, or it's kind of like you will try everything, but everything has to be whatever you kind of know?
Uh, so I don't go out seeking new stuff, but if new stuff is presented to me, yes, I will definitely try it out.
Okay, all right. What's the most adventurous thing you've ever had?
Oh, um, honestly, I can't even remember at this point. Like, it would, nothing comes to the mind. I'm thinking of like exotic meats, whether, because I haven't really traveled too much. So, in the city, there isn't like a lot of, options. There might have been like, people trying out different
Yeah,
fusion food here and there.
yeah.
Like, at, yeah,
Honestly, honestly, it was in Bangalore where I've had one of the more exotic meats. So it was ITC Gardenia had this restaurant called Ottimo, Italian,
okay.
and they
Hmm.
had a rabbit ravioli.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, not I didn't like it, or it's not my
Hmm.
cup of tea. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't know if rabbit really went into ravioli, or something or the other didn't really
Okay.
suit me.
Okay.
I will try it again, but yeah, surprisingly, of all places, Bangalore did have
Yeah,
one exotic meat. I didn't expect rabbit to be there.
definitely.
But you're right. I think now it's kind of just like, in terms of the adventure stuff, it's more like, how daring are you to try something that's never been fused before in terms of food,
Exactly.
right? Are
It starts
you
off with, hey, this is a North Indian dish, but we'll add South Indian flavors to it, or it's a South Indian dish, we'll add North Indian flavors to it. That's where it starts, and then
Yeah,
people try to get a little bit more freaky about
yeah. I completely agree, and I mean, I would say 7 times out of 10 it does not work.
it. Yeah, fair.
Yeah, but it's in those 3 times where you're like, oh, this is something really nice and interesting enough to con. But of course, that costs you an arm and a leg at times. So,
Yeah, for sure.
all right, so let's talk about your dream restaurant. Now, the premise is this: it's your dream restaurant. You're allowed to go as wild, as imaginative, or as grounded as you want it to be. Money is not an issue. That's why I'm here, to come in here and kind of help out with all the finances, right? So we'll start off with your dream cuisine. So if you were to open your dream restaurant, what cuisine would you like it to be?
So this actually came easy to me. It would be a burger and steak joint.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Like, if whenever people ask me like what is my favorite cuisine, it would be like a well-made burger.
Yeah.
So yeah, a burger and steak joint would be like the cuisine of choice.
Honestly, very difficult to get a good burger. It's so
Yeah,
difficult.
yeah.
What's your opinion on the smash burgers?
I've tried them out a couple of times. I don't mind, a little messy, meaty burger, but
Hmm.
obviously everyone has their own opinions on it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I so okay. Do you prefer the thicker patty or the smash burger one? That's
Oh, in that sense, I would say I would prefer the thicker patty.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
definitely. Okay. Any burger place that screams to you like, this is the one of the best burgers I've had?
Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't even remember if the taste still in my mind. But years ago, the last time I visited Dubai, I ate from Burger Fuel,
Okay, okay, yeah.
and I don't know. I think for a few days I was just like, oh my god, a proper beef burger was like,
So yeah, I think one of my favorite burgers, and I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod before, is from India, and it is Hard Rock Cafe's legendary burger.
Oh, okay, okay.
They used to do this a lot way back, maybe 7, 8, no, 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. I don't know if they still do it now. I think I've had it a couple of times since then. It's not the craze that it was back then, but my God, that was a packed burger which had a lot of flavor. And yeah, I think that was my favorite. But the one thing I like really struggle with is the fact that not many places do a good burger. And if I find one burger joint, I'm like, I'll just stick to this, man. I'm not exploring
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
fair.
I'm going to get disappointed. Okay, so I'm very excited because we've not had a burger and a steak joint
Oh,
before.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so I'm very excited. Now, let's go on with the location of the dream restaurant.
Okay.
So you can set it up
Yeah,
anywhere in the world. So where in the
yeah,
world would you
yeah.
love it to be?
Again, so I have two options basically. If it was India, it would be Bangalore.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I feel like it would be best appreciated in Bangalore.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I
Maybe.
would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of cuisine. And if it was anywhere else in the world, I would have to say LA.
LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. I think you'll find stiff competition there, but
Yeah, no,
definitely,
that's all.
definitely a
Definitely.
place that loves its protein. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you definitely okay. I can definitely see. I think if I want a burger and a steak joint, I want it by a beach for some reason.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I know Bangalore doesn't have it, but at least Bangalore's
Doesn't have
not.
it, but
I think the nightlife makes up for it in a way.
yeah, the crowd is one part of what you want to bring in. So
Okay. All right. No. Okay. One thing is steak. So we focus on the burger now on the
your
steak side,
burgers,
right?
steaks, yeah.
Now, what's your favorite steak, and how do you take your steak? Because this is controversial.
Oh, yeah, no. So I would take it a medium rare.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would take. I can't do. When you see like people in the West and they're like, if someone orders a well done or a medium, and they're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
they're like, we eat it rare and all. Like, dude, sometimes you need to cook the meat. You can't
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can take medium rare or medium, depending on how much I want my jaw to really work.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can do the max medium. Anything above that is like you're you're not
It
eating
gets a little
steak.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, you're not eating steak. I can have a
it's
burger that way.
rubbery. It gets a bit chewy.
I can have a burger that's well done because you don't want to chew on a burger too much, but like
Yes.
not a steak. And great choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so location we're nailed down, the cuisine we're nailed down.
Hmm.
Now the experience. Now, so steak you can have fine dining. Burgers I've not seen any fine dining burger restaurants, but are you going something that's casual? What's the kind of experience you want to give your
So
guests?
this again was something that sort of came to me immediately. I love the diner aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like a 50s diner aesthetic, like a Johnny Rockets.
Yes, I was about to say. Thank God you said it.
Like
Yes.
a Johnny Rockets.
Oh, but by the way, Johnny Rockets burgers were so good.
Yeah, again, yeah.
So sad that
There you go.
like there are very few Johnny Rocket burgers. I love the vibe. Their shakes were amazing. Their burgers
Yeah,
were
I went there. I
insane.
went there like one time in my life, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Same. Same. I went there with friends the one time. That's the only time I've ever had Johnny Rockets, and it's like stuck with me forever. The experience and the food. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
Yes.
retro
So
vibe, the
aesthetic.
American.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I can dig. I can
and
dig that like
I
completely.
obviously add like your own touches to it. So a staple for a diner would be a jukebox,
Yes.
except the jukebox wouldn't have the music of that time. It would be more 90s, 2000s, 80s, maybe.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah, we could do that. So
millennial music, millennial music.
great. I mean, talking about millennial wave, having a band that's coming to India, which it defines millennial music, right?
Oh yes.
Now, okay, we're talking about also the design. So, of course, the retro dining experience. So, just talk me through how you visualize the restaurant. So, of course, the jukebox is there playing millennial
Yeah.
music, but how are you looking at the booths, the counters, all of that stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So we would have like a sort of bar counter setup, sort of to at the central area, just sort of so everything can be pointed towards it. Then you've got your individual tables around it. The walls are lined with booths. Ideally, there would be an outside section as well.
Yeah.
So you could say right next to the bar, there's a door that moves out to the outside. And so it would be like an oval shape, you could say. And if you're like, the bar's in the middle, and this half is the inside section, this half is the outside section. Maybe
Yeah.
the bar could also extend on the outside,
Yeah. Yeah.
possibly.
So
And
I'm
then, yeah,
thinking of, you remember those movies have those massive drive-through kind of diners where you have the cars outside
yes,
and the bars kind of there as well as got the inside seating.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So something like that,
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, I
But
wish.
I would say, like, I wouldn't want something too expensive, like something that seats about 80 to 100 people max.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. Is that not expensive?
I mean, it does, like, I guess no. So for the aesthetic and the, I feel like it would have been bigger, but yeah, no, I guess 80 to 100 doesn't seem like at its peak it would be 80 to 100. It wouldn't like
Fair. Okay. All right. No, but honestly, oh, I wish there was something here that I could go and visit, but unfortunately not.
yeah.
But yeah, that aesthetic is so good. Honestly, it's just like Johnny Rockets. I think you said it. Like I missed that place now. I just want to have
Yeah.
a Johnny Rocket burger. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we come to talking about the menu, which is the crux of this podcast, right? It's a food podcast.
Yes.
Now, say I come visit your diner, your restaurant, your burger joint, burger and steak joint. We start off with drinks, and if I were to come there, what were the couple of drinks that you would definitely recommend to me?
Okay. Now, yeah, this is the parts that I struggle with most because I wouldn't consider myself as someone with a refined palate, so I wouldn't know what to suggest to other people when it comes to what do you want.
What would you normally go for? What would you have gone for in your dream restaurant?
Yeah, let's see. Am I, a ginger themed drink?
Okay.
Wait, yeah, wait. Well, I don't know why it's not coming to my head right now. What's it called? Ginger ale? No, not the ginger ale. Like a root beer
Yeah.
would be nice. Would fit well. It would be a good choice. Um, and then I feel like there would be cocktails and mocktails that would fit, and people would enjoy it as well. It would pair nice with the meat and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know, shakes, any kind of milkshakes, Coke floats.
Yes.
Those were
Yeah.
always great. But yeah, I think a mocktails would also be nice. I think, especially with the steak, I'd maybe go with
Yeah, exactly. The shakes, I feel like, I mean, yes, it would go well together, but while I do want people to fill themselves up,
yeah.
Usually the drink comes first. You have a shake, early, and then it's like, okay, I don't have space for like the food, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah, so talking about like burger joints with shakes, right? So there's this place in Dubai called Black Tap.
Okay.
So a couple of friends and I had gone there, and it's probably a more fine dining burger joint, right?
Okay.
But the portions are massive, okay? And the shakes
nice.
are like, the shakes have got like the brownies and like the rimmed of chocolates and like the thick shake, right? So it was like we were like maybe 6 of us, and we just ordered 3 because we knew that if we individually ordered a milkshake each, there was no way we were gonna get. And the burgers came, and they were these massive burgers. We were like, shit, there's no way we could have ever finished that. The good part was we were probably in our early 20s, so we still had a decent enough appetite, and at least I had. I think my friends still have it, but nowadays I'm like, looking at the shake itself, I'm like, oh, this was a big mistake.
Yeah.
That whole Arrested Development soundtrack would have been playing when I saw saw the milkshake. So, all right, great. I think the drink choices are awesome. I think a root beer, definitely. I don't like it. I've tried. So, obviously, when growing up, you hear about root beer on TV shows and movies, like, right? Yeah. And then I went to Canada and I tried it, and I'm like, oh, this is so disappointing. I loved
I think a Coke float or like a soda float would be the ideal of like everything together, like dollop of ice cream on like a soda. would make sense the most.
Yeah, definitely. Now, yeah, I think that quintessential diner drink, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
definitely that. But for the steaks, I like the fact that you have the mocktails and cocktails because I think a steak and a shake do not go with that.
No,
Do
no,
not
no.
combine. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to our next section, I want to ask you this very important question.
Okay.
Are you someone who prefers starters over main courses or main courses over starters?
Oh, that's a tough question. Like so, uh, so I'm usually the bottomless pit in my group of friends.
Okay, are you okay?
So
Nice.
I will always end up eating everything.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I have a preference. Like I will definitely have both. But yeah, if you like, gun to my head, I would choose the main course over the starters.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we
I
haven't
mean,
had many of that. Yeah,
whatever
okay.
fills me up the most is going to take the place.
Nice. Okay. I'm someone who prefers starters over main courses just because I like
Okay.
a small plate, but I like to sample a lot of dishes.
Okay. Okay.
But a main course over a starter is great because we've not had too many of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've not had also. So the way people play around it with is, or it depends on the cuisine. It depends on the restaurant, right? But you're saying that whatever fills you up, which is great. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. And I suppose in that vein, it is a main course. A main course would fill you up more than a starter would.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, okay. Coming back to the menu and a starter. So
Yes.
give me a couple of starters that would definitely be there on the menu.
Hmm. Okay. So a couple of starters, something like a popcorn or a strips. Something easy to scarf down. Um, a garlic bread or something like that. A well-made garlic bread, maybe with your different variations of it, not just a simple one.
Okay.
What other stuff? Just to throw everything on the wall, like a sheikh kebab.
Okay.
You know, there are no rules here, so a sheikh kebab, like a grilled sheikh kebab. You know,
Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you might as well grilling stuff and searing stuff, might as well be
exactly,
doing a
exactly.
kebab. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Man, I can imagine someone just looking at the menu and like, oh, burger, steak. What the fuck's the shish kebab doing here?
I mean,
Okay,
I'm clearly a non-vegetarian who loves his meat, so
fair. I love that.
yeah.
I love the fact that there is a random kebab there in the menu, but I will go for it. Okay, all right. Main courses now. So we come to burgers, we come to steaks. So we'll take the burgers now and see. So what are the top three burger combinations that you would definitely have on there?
Okay. So you have your traditional patty with all the fixings, whether you want them, like your lettuce, your tomatoes, onions, your cheese, and the bun also needs to be that, the thicker, soft bun. It's not like
Okay.
just any bun that you have.
Yeah.
Um and yeah, ideally it would be a beef one, but obviously options for mutton and chicken because we're in
Okay.
India.
Yeah. Of course.
If like thinking about that,
Yeah. If it's LA, then everything
then
is
everything
anything.
works. Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Um,
So what would you normally have in your burger? Are you someone who just likes a
okay.
normal burger, or do you like something that's extra in there?
uh, I definitely enjoy all the fixings. I'm not the biggest fan of tomatoes.
Yes. Same.
Okay,
Definitely.
but
Yeah.
I can do everything else. Like you stuff in jalapenos in there, you stuff in onions in there. That's all good with me. Mayo, I don't like it when it's like too much mayo. Like a McDonald's
Yes.
burger mayo.
Yeah, I was about to say, wow, you're just taking the words right out of my mouth. Yes, a
Exactly.
McDonald's mayo, please do not. Like that's,
No.
I don't mind that
So
on a
yeah.
sad day, but not on a regular basis. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
just
like
some.
just the right amount of mayo, maybe some. So I think it would be the spicy mayo or something. What do they call that? The Thousand Island, where they mix the mayo and the ketchup or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So they have
Something
their
like
own
that
like
as well. Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own concoction, right? Like they have the
Yeah.
special sauces, what they normally call it.
Yeah. So
So I normally put like sriracha, mayo, a bit of jalapeno, and the vinegar of the brine of the jalapenos.
okay,
Then
okay.
really like that. That for me is really nice. Okay, what's your take on gherkins?
I don't really care for them, but I
Oh,
guess they have
really?
their place. They have their
Okay.
place. I mean,
Yeah, because I love a gherkin, especially in a. I know a lot of people don't like it. I like a gherkin, especially on a double cheeseburger,
I
McDonald's.
mean, like, see, if you slice it up and put it in my burger, I will have it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
there's definitely, that's it adds a little bit of flavor to it. But yeah,
Bacon and egg.
uh, oh yeah, an egg, yes, definitely. If it's a bullseye, all the better. I'll just add to that juiciness. Let the
Yeah.
yolk cook. Bacon, yeah, it's again. I don't want to fill it up too much. It's an option. It can be there as an option.
Onions, uh, onion rings or just normal onion?
Uh, I would say regular onions.
Okay.
I don't think like not fried onion rings. The
Okay.
regular. Yeah.
Regular one. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I like mine with a lot of flavor. So I think mine's got a lot more. Like
Okay.
I like mine also with the mushroom thing. I think mushrooms add a huge lot of
Okay.
flavor
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
me in terms of a burger. But yeah, I think recently also in Dubai I went to this place. It was like this burger place, and really, really nice ones. It's smash burgers, but
Okay.
here's where I really like the smash burger. Like it had flavor. Like sometimes I just lose the
Okay.
patty in a smash burger, but here,
There's a place in Bangalore that's recently. I mean, it's become a chain now called Original Burger. Have
okay,
you looked it up?
no, I
It's
haven't.
it's got so it's got good smash burgers and regular burgers as well. It's like a recently opened up place, I guess. I wouldn't say I don't know how recent, but yeah, you like the next time you're in Bangalore, you should check it out.
Definitely. Okay, all right, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the burger. Now in the steak side,
Yes.
you've got your
Steak
steak.
side.
Okay,
Yes.
what sauces, what sides, what is your go-to steak?
Okay, sauces, I guess you can go with your barbecue sauce, a
Okay,
brown
yeah.
sauce basically. Uh, I don't know if I've ever really had like a spicy steak. I can't remember if I've had like a spicy steak. Most people just go for the brown sauce. Um, on the sides, you've got to have some mashed potatoes.
Okay, you're a mashed potato guy. I think
Yeah,
that's a bit much. I like fries
yeah.
rather than the mashed
Okay, yeah.
potatoes.
It could be like either or.
Yeah, yeah.
I can give them that option. The fries are the mashed potatoes. You've got your veggies, your cauliflowers, your carrots, and whatever else. Uh, some people like to throw on a bit of rice in there with your
No.
steaks.
Okay,
Some
yeah, it
people
depends.
do.
Yeah, I think it depends. I think the thinner the steak, I don't mind the rice, but not
Hmm,
with like
hmm.
a proper
Yeah,
thickness.
no, if you're having like a
Yeah,
proper steak. And
yeah.
then something that a corn salsa or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. A succotash or a salsa would be really nice. I like my sauce with they have a peppercorn sauce.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. Yeah, that
That's
sounds good.
great. I don't mind a mushroom sauce as well, but mushrooms can also be a little thicker. A cream mushroom.
Mushrooms as well as a side. Like
Yeah,
you said you like it in your burger. I enjoy mushrooms as a side.
fair, fair. I don't mind that as well.
Yeah.
I also like, I don't know if you've had this, but chimichurris.
I know what they are. I don't think I've had it.
So it's essentially like a parsley and oil kind of mix, and you have it over steak. Oh, it is to die for. And it's a
Don't
simple
doubt
thing.
it.
It's kind of like making a pesto, but in a pesto you really grind it into making it a paste. Here it's almost
Okay.
like really finely chopped parsley, little bit of green chili, garlic,
Okay.
not a red chili, but red chili, garlic, and a lot of olive oil, and then you kind of just mix it. Or it is, and then you have your dried herbs on that. But it is so good. You should definitely next time. I don't know if any place has it, but there's this one place though where I had an insane. I don't know if it was a steak or like a meatloaf. There's a Brazilian place in Bangalore called Boteco.
Okay. Check it out.
It's near Garuda Mall, right? Mall. Garuda?
Okay.
Yeah. So that. Yeah. So brilliant. Anyone who loves just like meat and stuff like that, go to that. It's really good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, definitely go try that out. So that's interesting. But in terms of a steak, do you prefer like the ribeye big one or like a fillet, the smaller one? What's your go-to?
I would do a ribeye, like
Yeah.
a bigger piece, basically. Yeah, if I'm not like too hungry, maybe a fillet would do just the job. But if I'm going to eat a steak, then it would be a ribeye. Yeah.
I think if we are going to eat a steak, we are prepared to have like
Yes.
we're preparing our stomach to be like you are going to be packed
Full.
and full after this. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You're going to be fully satisfied. Was it with you or was it with your? Now I'm very confused. It was with you or with your brother that we went to a steak place which was in Bangalore. I don't remember.
It was with me, I guess. I think that was the last time one of the
Was
last
it
time.
was
here in
was it the
Bangalore.
Sizzler place or something like that where we went?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, I mean, you kind of sold me at it from the cuisine stuff, so I'm great.
Yeah.
Now we get to a course that I am a huge fan of. I hope you are too, because if you aren't, then it really pisses me off. For anybody who doesn't like this course, and that is the dessert course.
Oh yeah. You do remember that my parents are bakers, right? So desserts are our forte. Like
No, so I mean I get that, but also you run the risk of you having so many sweets and so many cakes that
true.
you're like, oh fuck, I'm so tired of this shit.
Yeah, no. I have an insane sweet tooth, so I'll like never get tired of desserts. Let's see. Top desserts.
That would fit this.
That
This
would fit
vibe.
this. Yeah. Okay. A cheesecake.
Yeah.
A cheesecake. Now, what kind of cheesecake? I guess that's the harder part. Like,
I mean, there's an entire factory that is dedicated, an entire
Yeah,
restaurant that's dedicated to the
exactly.
fact, like, oh, what cheesecake? So
what cheesecake? So yeah.
yeah.
It can't be too thick. You gotta have the ratio of your biscuit to cheesecake, right?
Honestly, I love a Japanese cheesecake. I think that's my favorite one.
Okay, nice. Cheesecake. My mom makes this white chocolate raspberry cheesecake that is.
Ooh,
Oh my god!
perfect combination. Perfect
Yeah.
combination.
Yeah, it's like it's essentially white chocolate, and then you've got like a swivel of raspberry syrup or something like that on top of it. It's just
Nice.
oh my god.
Okay, all right. I do
Yeah,
a blueberry one. I'm a sucker for
blueberry is
blueberries,
also
so-
good. There are people who don't particularly enjoy the blueberry, but no, it's still a good option. Is a very good option.
Who doesn't like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let me have
Yeah.
it. But no, it's not this.
Yeah.
So I think
So a cheesecake,
Yeah.
one of the options. A good fudge brownie,
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like
Gooey
a fudge brownie that you.
gooey inside or not?
No, like it needs to be good inside, as in like you heat it just the right amount where it's still firm outside, but once you like dig in, it's like, oh God, it's so soft inside.
Okay, all right, fair. Because some people like it as a cake. I like it more as a brownie which has got some sort of gooiness inside, right?
Yes, yes, definitely.
So otherwise, it just becomes more like a fudge, which is I think a thicker, almost
Hmm.
chocolate bite itself.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
fair. Okay, I mean, two really crazy desserts and two very apt desserts. Okay, now we come to a section which is essentially your creation. So it's called the founder's creation, where you come up with a dish, either that's inspired from a previous restaurant or something that you want to create that will be on the menu. Even if the chef says this does not fit in, it's basically like a shish kebab. It's like this does not
Yeah,
sit
yeah,
in or
yeah,
anything.
yeah, bro,
You're
yeah.
like, no, I am going to have this. So what is that one creation that you've come?
Okay.
That
I when I first saw this item, I was like, I mean, the item like founder's creation, I struggled, but for some reason, after we've spent this time talking, it
yeah.
just clicked. Okay. So there's this beef masala that my grandmother used to make, which is
Okay.
like this. It's beef cubes or whatever with like onions and and it's a spicy masala.
Okay.
So if I could stuff that in a burger,
Ooh.
it,
Okay.
it would essentially be like a sloppy joe,
I was
but
about to say,
with
yeah.
sloppy joe.
Yeah.
So it would be that masala with your burger bun and then your fixings and everything. That would be like my founder's creation.
Yeah. Or even if you I'm sure the masala, so it's like a curry of sorts, the masala.
No, I wouldn't say it's more of a semi-dry thing. I wouldn't
Okay.
call it a curry. It would be more. So how we usually have it is you make the masala, the beef masala, and stuff it in a parota and roll it. That's how
Oh,
we traditionally have it.
you can just have that as a wrap, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. You can have it as a
Yeah.
wrap then. Yeah. Like I just
Oh,
wanted to add maybe a little, fusion and everything, but obviously
yeah.
if the wrap is there, that's all even better.
No, I mean, growing up, so in school, one of my friends his mom used to make this chicken roll. It's like a chicken chapati thing.
Hmm.
So, and we used to so in our group, each one would be known for one particular dish that their mother would kind of make. And his mom would make a chicken chapati. And oh my God, we would be dying for that day when his mom would make it, because then she would definitely send a little bit extra for the rest of us.
Yeah.
And this sounds exactly like that. And oh my God, whether it's a wrap or a burger bun, this sounds insanely good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if the chef disagrees with this, he can get the fuck out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
come on, you can't say no to that.
and the fact that it's made by your grandmom definitely means it's 100% great.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
100% delicious. There's no way that a grandmom does not make anything delicious. Especially an Indian grandmom, I've never heard a story of someone going my Indian grandmom does not know how to make stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? The recipes have come down from us. All of our cooking abilities have come down from that generation. So
Yep.
it's insane. Okay, perfect founder's creation. And I'm glad that you hit the right tone and it popped up and we didn't waste too much time. Okay, perfect. Now, talking
Yes.
about the chefs, if we were to have your dream chef as well as your dream guest in this restaurant, who would they be? So who's your dream chef? Who would be your dream guest?
Dream chef, I guess, would
So
be Gordon Ramsay.
okay, yeah, I think the perfect person then for this.
Yeah, I guess, his outside of his, reality TV show persona, whatever I've seen of him, he seems like a really great guy, and
Yeah.
really his love for food is genuine. He puts across like that, so he would
No,
be a
but
good option.
I've been to one of his restaurants in Hong Kong.
Okay.
It's not bad. So a lot of times you're like, oh, celebrity chef, how great is it really? Like, you have Jamie's Pizzeria, which is all right. And so I went in with like uh, sort of, I wouldn't say zero expectations, but not expecting anything great. And it was quite nice. And I haven't been to any of his fine dining stuff in London and all, but I have been to one of his proteges restaurant in London. Oh, one of the best. Like, so I'm guaranteed. And he has a lot of burger restaurants and a steak, and this is his forte. So it's good that you're not coming in like, hey, I'm opening an Indian restaurant, I'm gonna have Gordon Ramsay cooking it.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm having a proper
sorted.
like burger and steak joint, and I'm getting the best chef out there to have that. So perfect.
Yeah.
All right, great. Now, dream guest.
Okay, I am borrowing a little over here. Have you? So there's this YouTube channel called Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah. Okay. I think
Yeah,
I've
Rat
heard
and
of
Link.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they have a food-related channel called Mythical Kitchen, and they have a series called Last Meals.
Yeah.
And I watched a couple of episodes over there. Tom Hanks, like
Okay.
he was such a engaging guest throughout the thing, and he would be a good, like, he enjoys his food, but it would also be really amazing to sit down and have a conversation with him while we're eating.
Yeah. He sounds like the kind of guy, even if he played the jukebox thing, he'd be out there
He'd
singing
be
along.
zoning out, and then yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. I mean, Tom Hanks, I don't know. I've never met the guy. I don't think I'll ever do. But I think you have a better chance than I do being in that sort of field. But I think he comes out being the kind of guy who you'd love to just normal conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he doesn't seem like he's going to be talking about himself. He just want to have a normal conversation with you. You can have a conversation about anything, and I think he'd be one person for that. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Tom Hanks and Gordon Ramsay. Nice. Okay. I think two people who you would have. I think Gordon, you can talk about F1 football. He probably knows that stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That's
okay.
Again, like, I don't think I would have mentioned this throughout, but the primary aim of the restaurant is that whole social aspect. That's one of the things that I loved when I was working at a restaurant, is the social aspect about it, meeting new people, getting to know their life stories and stuff like that. So that would be something I would want to make sure people knew about the restaurant. This is a place where you can come and have a conversation with people and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we had the episode with your brother earlier on, and there we kind of focused on Baker Street, and considering that he was a part of it. Now, obviously, you were also a part of it for a while as well. So talk me through that experience of kind of having, I would say, that experience of having a dream restaurant in a way, because obviously it was your family's. It is your family's.
Yeah.
I don't know if. So I know
it's not a running restaurant. Yeah, the baking is there, but it's not a running restaurant.
Yeah. So with that being said, how was that experience, and what was it like, and is that something that you'd want to kind of go back to at any point in time?
No, not particularly. So the experience was certainly a learning one. It was great. I definitely enjoyed parts of it. It was obviously the hours aren't ideal.
Well, your hours right now aren't idealized either.
But it's still a 9-hour job. It's not an 18-hour job or something like that, right?
Yeah, true.
And it's not 6 or 7 days a week. My current job is 5 days a week. So, but yeah, no. I am someone who doesn't necessarily like to sit around. I need to keep myself busy. So that way, it was the perfect place for me. In Mangalore, there's only so many people you can run into. So, you weren't always meeting new people, but we had our regulars. They were fun people. We made friends with them and everything. And every now and then you'd meet a new person, get to know them. That was always fun. That I always enjoyed the social aspect of it. And then, just generally managing multiple things that sort of helped, with uh, my future. Like
Okay.
it taught me lessons that will help me down the line. So yeah, but speaking of ever going back to it, no, like, so obviously I got out of college and didn't really have anything, which is why I jumped into it. But I feel like where I am right now, which is the media, the entertainment field, is more where I belong.
Yeah. Yeah. I think given how much we've kind of connected and discussed, I think
Yeah,
you're definitely in the right space. And
yeah,
there is a part of it that's like envious, like shit, you're doing a lot of cool stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, great to know that. Now we come to the most important part of this, or rather not the
yes.
most important, but of course the part where people
Clip worthy,
struggle,
the
clipworthy,
clip-worthy.
yeah, or of the part or the segment where people normally struggle to come up with an answer,
Oh,
and that is the name of your restaurant.
okay. Uh, let's see. So again, this is something that I didn't put too much thought into a couple of minutes before the call,
Okay.
and now the thought process is I am essentially a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to make sure I have this. I think not just me; it's my whole family. We have this sort of hosting or our essence to us. We love to host people,
Yeah.
and
I'm the same. I'm the same.
yeah,
Uh,
I just love hosting people at other parties. After a point, I'm the one who's just like going around making sure people are doing well and all that. I'm making
okay.
myself at home, and
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
that. I tend to do
Okay.
that,
Okay.
and so I'm a little split on the first word. So the name would be for your convenience or like per your convenience. I can't figure on the
At your
first word.
convenience.
At your convenience, yes, like whatever like fits
Yeah.
perfectly, but it's your convenience basically.
Yeah. Okay. At your convenience. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that fits a lot better. Yeah.
That fits
Okay.
the most. Then yeah,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
so that
Oh,
would be
that.
the name of the restaurant
Okay.
if it doesn't exist already.
I'm sure somebody would. I'm sure
Yeah, exactly. That's
there is
why
a
it's
stall somewhere in like East Asia somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's got at your convenience. But no, that sounds amazing. I think that would be really cool, and it shouts diner vibe as well.
yeah, yeah,
It sounds somewhere where I can just go in, and it feels like I'll have to order the kind of food that you're serving is going to be at your it's going to be at
exactly.
your convenience. Yeah, so definitely cool. Okay, now good enough restaurant for me to now move on to the next part, and which is a recap. So for everyone who's watching us as well as listening, I'm just going to talk you through your dream restaurant. So at your convenience, we shall dine at a burger and steak joint. Okay, this is going to be located if you're on the west coast of the Americas, or you're on the West Coast also, kind
West
of
Coast
southern
of
West
India.
Coast, yeah,
Yeah,
West Coast of India. You're gonna be visiting this place, this restaurant, right, which is a retro diner vibe. Imagine the 50s and 60s, but what you're gonna get inside is this 80 to 100 seater diner where you can either come in with your cars, where you've got an outdoor seating. You're going to be served either outside or inside. You've got the jukebox playing millennium, 90s, 2000s culture songs, right? Everything could be pop, rock, metal, everything and anything. So beware, because at any point in time people are just going to start banging out their tunes, right? And what are you going to get in the diner? Well, to start off with, you could have a choice of root beer, Coke floats, shakes. It won't be the thickest of shakes so that we don't fill you up. But if you're having steaks, it could be your cocktails and mocktails as well. Along with that, you can start off with a bucket of popcorn, some finger chicken strips, right? And lo and behold, what's there on the starter? There's a freaking shish kebab there as well, right? So you can have that, and we move on to main courses, which is the crux of this particular diner, where you have your burgers. You can have them with any kind of trimmings and fillings, right? Or you can have your steaks with any type of sauce, sides of mashed potatoes, French fries, mushrooms, grilled vegetables, you name it, we probably got that as well. To top it all off, we've got a white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake, right? As well as a gooey hot chocolate brownie with a bit of ice cream as well to go along with it. Because obviously hot and cold is the perfect mix. And if you ever want to try something a little different, well, we've got Nadeem's grandmom's beef masala burger or wrap, right, to go along. So everything, by the way, if you're kind of doubting this, the food, especially in Bangalore, don't worry, we've got Gordon Ramsay coming in to cook all of this. And if you thought Linkin Park was the biggest scene stealer in Bangalore, then look no further, because we've got Tom Hanks, everybody, at your convenience in a 60s diner in Bangalore, belting out 19th millennial tunes. So sit by Forrest Gump and listen to him talk about life being all like a box of chocolates, right? And we can do this again at your convenience, which is not a saying, it's basically the name of the restaurant. So Nadeem, does this sound like your dream restaurant?
Oh, it perfectly does. I mean, I didn't think too much about the name, but it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It's very convenient. It's very, very convenient. Yeah. A lot of the times when I do this podcast, and I think 90% of the time when I do the recap, and when people talk to me about their dream restaurant, it's a pity that I have to start every podcast episode saying that this is only going to be a dream. I wish at some point in time this becomes a reality, because oh my god, I would love to find a place like this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, it does not have to be Gordon Ramsay cooking it, but definitely the menu on there, I'm sure any competent chef would be able to pull it off, and should be able to pull it off with great aplomb.
Yeah.
All right, Nadeem, we come to the last two sections of this podcast, and this section, it has me slightly skeptical, right? For anybody coming on here, it's your most controversial food opinion. So what is that food opinion that's got people running behind you with pitchforks and knives and forks and everything?
Okay, I wouldn't say it's controversial. It would certainly have people judge me personally. Okay.
Right.
And this wasn't, so it wasn't like an opinion, like a opinion that I probably spouted out a lot. But then I saw a personality, a semi-famous personality, espouse the same opinion online. And I was like, hey, I feel seen. And it's basically not liking vegetables as an adult shouldn't be looked down upon.
Okay. Huh. All right.
Not liking vegetables seems like a very childish thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Like me as an adult, I will definitely eat veg food here and there, but I don't know, it was the way I was raised, the kind of food that I was, exposed to. There's genuinely some kind of some types of veg food that when I try to eat it, I get a gag reflex. That's literally it. That's it. So,
okay, what are these? What are these?
Beetroot, unfortunately.
Okay, fine. That's a bit obscure. Nobody's going in to have beetroot on a regular basis.
We are in India. There's a lot of beetroot is like a staple here. There's some some of the things like lady's finger and certain veg food that again, like if it's a little bit mixed in and other stuff, I will definitely eat it. But when it's like a very well prepared, like authentic vegetarian dish, like no, I can't. Like so, I guess this would add to the like I can't do sadhya food. Onam sadhya, I can't do it.
Yeah, but honestly, like I can't do either because there are certain elements which I can't eat. But it
Okay,
is there are places that do a non-vegetarian, a meat version of a sadhya, so that's fine. But that's not a traditional one, I know.
yeah, exactly. No, if you're going for a traditional one, I can't like do
Yeah.
that because I'm not a big huge fan of the food. So yeah,
So I have friends who kind of, if you talk to them as to what their meals are on a regular basis, you will struggle to find any vegetables in there. So I'm kind of used to that. I'm not like that because my family is like my mom's pure vegetarian, and so
okay, okay,
not pure. I mean, she has egg, so vegetarian in a way. But like, so for me, even nowadays, it's like the weekdays are all vegetarian food,
okay.
and I get to experiment on the weekends with my cooking and like doing stuff, right? But that's not to say at times when I feel like it, I can ask I can have non-vegetarian in between. But it's kind of like it's so built into my system to have like vegetarian meals on a regular basis and not and like try out experiment on the weekend. But yeah, so for me that's a bit like it is out of the box in a way to not have any vegetable because I do have a lot of vegetables, and after a while, yes, I feel like, oh my god, I'm having the same vegetable again and again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But I'm okay with that in a way. There are ways you can make it a little more exciting, but more often than not,
Definitely,
I
definitely.
I do prefer your way of just having protein on a regular basis, but that's probably not the way I'm kind of, what would you say, coded right now. So it is controversial. I think a lot of people would be like, how could you not have vegetables? How could you not have
Yeah,
this,
and
right? Like,
again, it's like it's definitely there's. I wouldn't say no to like again, not all vegetarian food, right? It's there's just certain things, certain dishes that like just physically cannot have, like do not
yeah,
enjoy.
okay,
Like
all right.
there's definitely like things like rajma and chana and all that, which technically is vegetarian food. I definitely love those. I
Yeah.
enjoy that.
So that's like the most unhealthiest part of it, or like that goes into that realm of like, okay, I can. It's not exactly. It's got chickpeas, and we can move it into slightly. It's borderline there. Yeah. So I have friends who do that. So certain vegetarian food is like to them like, yeah, I can have that, and that they don't consider as being. But anything that's traditionally vegetarian, like
Yeah.
beans and carrot and stuff like okay, I don't mind if. And so whenever they come home and my mom used to make, I could always see like their plate would never be that filled. Like I know their sizes and I would know. So right now when they come home, I cook because I know that I will only cook like non-vegetarian food. So I know that they will eat this.
Which is
So
I actually have a kind of a funny anecdote for this, which last year,
uh-huh.
couple of two friends of mine and I, three of us basically went to Nagaland for a wedding. A
Ooh,
friend was
nice.
getting married, a
Okay,
friend from
yeah.
Nagaland. She was getting married. She invited us. We went there. It was me, another dude, and another girl. And the girl was vegetarian. Now,
Okay.
there, it was the opposite. They had to make food specifically for her
Yeah,
because there was no, like, traditional food there. So,
exactly.
there's definitely, like, different places which have different, what do you say, preferences.
Yeah. So in 2007, 2009, I think. No, 2007. So my dad's colleague in South Africa was getting married, right? And we all went there to South Africa. And South Africa is a meat eater's paradise, right? Like every place that we went to, there was a barbecue pit right outside.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So, and every meal that we were having was like rich in meat and everything. My mom's pure vegetarian. So at the wedding, they had a 7-course meal, but they prepared a 7-course meal of vegetarian food just for her, and she
Oh,
was
that's so
like so
nice.
out of the moon. Yeah, she was like over the
That's so
moon. Like
nice.
she was so blown away by how like well treated, and it was good vegetarian. Now, people can say, "Oh, vegetarian food, we just made some bland boiled potatoes and boiled
Yeah,
stuff."
no,
No,
that
but this was
is
like
not always
proper.
like that. No, you can, veg food can taste good
No,
also.
yeah, especially no. I'm saying like people outside because they have to make a special sort of thing, so they could
Hmm.
have gone the
Hmm.
easy way and just done something very
Yeah,
basic.
no,
But
no,
they
yeah.
went and did really good stuff for her, and she
Okay,
was like,
nice.
till this day, she remembers how well she was treated as being the sort of outlier there.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I completely understand where, because when you said Nagaland, I was like, oh, who's
Yeah.
vegetarian there? So when you were talking about it, I was like, did you go there and then end up having only vegetarian food? Because I would have been so
No,
angry.
no,
Like that
no,
place is
no.
meant for, it's a meat eater's paradise. So I would definitely understand that. Okay, perfect. Now the last segment is your guilty pleasure food. For someone who's eaten a lot of cakes, I'm expecting the works here.
Yeah. Oh, guilty pleasure. Yeah, I mean, like cupcakes and cakes that just lying around. That would be my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
okay.
ideal to have them regularly, but when they're just there around the house, you just sort of go and pop them in your mouth.
Do you still do that when you go home now? Like just ask if there's cake lying around?
Of course, dude. Of course, like so whenever they're making like cakes of a certain shape, you gotta like cut off sides and all that. I'm just waiting because that's got the icing as well. I'm
Yeah.
just like waiting. Okay, yeah, this leftover. Let's have it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think that's what scares me a bit. Is like if I was in that kind of household, after a while, I'd just be kind of sick of having too many. But I'm right now, I'm picturing, and I'm like, nah, I don't think I'll ever be sick of it. I think I will keep eating it. So, okay, that's an awesome guilty pleasure food. Interesting enough. So, yeah, I think this is pretty cool. I'm overall, this sounds like definitely a place I'd want to go. And I'm glad that I don't think we've had burger and steak joints before. We've had kind of on the barbecue side and the grill side, but not really a steak and burger place. And I'm glad that we had, because, like I said, there are so many burger joints, but I'm telling you, man, it's like I'm saying 9 out of 10 are not great,
Oh
right?
shit.
And steaks as well is very difficult to find, especially in a country which does not have, you know, which does not
Yeah,
technically have or allow that kind of meat to be served on a regular basis. So
exactly.
even if I tried to make at home, there are often those frozen steaks, but I tried having it. They were so thick as boots. They were pink inside, but oh my god, like eating it felt like chewing on like sneakers,
Oh
or and
god.
like it
Yeah.
was really bad. So yeah, very, very few restaurants. And like I said, I think here especially, it's like you need to go to a fine dining restaurant maybe to really
Hmm.
have a good steak. I
Yeah,
think Bangalore is a little more accepting of it, and they have a
definitely.
lot more places. So yeah, definitely when I come there, yeah, definitely do try to have something in that
Yeah,
realm.
for sure.
Cool. So I guess that's all the time we have for this podcast. Thanks, Nadeem, for coming on here and talking
Oh,
through
of course,
your
it
dream
was my
restaurant. It
pleasure.
was
I
it
was,
was ins-
as like when you first, sent it to me, I was a little skeptical. I was like, I don't know what I would really talk about, but yeah, clearly everything, set in place.
Yeah, yeah. I know a lot of people do come onto this podcast like, oh, I don't know how much we can talk about. And then we end up speaking for an hour and like, oh shit, there was a lot to talk about. Because I think that's the
Clearly,
one thing that food does is like you can talk about it
yeah,
forever and
yeah,
ever. Everyone has
yep,
some preference or the other, and you either agree with it or disagree, and then that is a conversation in and of itself. And I think we all have memories and we all have anecdotes that pertain to food.
yes, definitely.
So thank you everyone for listening and watching us for on this episode. Don't forget, hit the like button, share with friends and family, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram as well, where we're trying to keep as busy as we can. But otherwise, we will catch you all on our next episode. Until then, see you.